All right, so this is a suggestion via a donation. The name of the video is 3 whistleblowers share evidence on how the U.S. is hiding alien technology. All right. Let's go ahead and jump into this.
Is America hiding alien technology? Is it privy to extraterrestrial life? For decades, alien optimists have been asking these questions. This afternoon, they got another reason to. Courtesy these 3 men. Former U.S. Navy pilot Ryan Graves, former U.S. Navy Commander David Fravor, and former U.S. intelligence officer David Grush. Earlier today, all 3 of them testified before the U.S. Congress. The hearing was held by the House Oversight and Accountability Committee. It had both Republican and Democrat lawmakers.
Oversight and Accountability Committee. Noted.
On board. So what did the 3 witnesses talk about? They spoke at length about unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP. Their encounters with unidentified flying objects, or UFOs. The threats that these encounters pose to national security, as well as the U.S. government's secrecy on the matter. And what they revealed was striking, to say the least. I'll start with Ryan Graves, a 37-year-old former lieutenant in the U.S. Navy. He said that there are multiple UAPs in the American airspace, but they are grossly underreported. He said that these objects have not been spotted by 1 or 2 people, but in fact by a host of military and commercial pilots. He added that the U.S. government is also aware about them, but likes to keep the information hidden. Listen in.
As we convene here, UAP are in our airspace, but they are grossly underreported. These sightings are not rare or isolated, they are routine. Military aircrew and commercial pilots, trained observers whose lives depend on accurate identification, are frequently witnessing these phenomena. Parts of our government are aware of more about UAP than they let on, but excessive classification practices keep crucial information hidden. Since 2021, all UAP videos are classified as secret or above. This level of secrecy not only impedes our understanding, but fuels speculation and mystery.
Okay, guys, really quickly. The fact that a lot of these things are starting to come to a head now, it's a little odd, guys. I mean, right when the climate is also going crazy, now out of nowhere we're starting to get the U.S. government talking about UAPs or UFOs, guys, while Mexican Congress is also doing the exact same thing, and someone brings some type of body to the event, guys. I mean, listen, I think it'll be silly for us to think that it's not plausible, guys. I mean, we are nothing more than a grain of sand in a desert, if that makes any sense. With the amount of other potential places that are, in existence, guys, I mean, we are minuscule. There has to be something, if that makes any sense, guys. I think if you just look at it from a logical standpoint, it has potential, it has legs, guys, but do I think the U.S. government may have something that they're keeping from us? Absolutely. I don't know if it's an alien, but they keep everything from us. So I would expect that they would be keeping this from us if it was a completely factual thing that we're looking at here, guys.
And next we have David Fravor, a former U.S. Navy commander. He recalled a specific instance when he and his co-pilot spotted what looked like mysterious white water in the ocean. Upon further inspection, they discovered an object which he described as a small white tic-tac, which was moving abruptly like a ping-pong ball.
As we looked around, we noticed that we saw some white water off our right side. It's important to note that the weather on this day was as close to perfect as you could ask for off the coast of San Diego. Clear skies, light winds, calm seas, no white caps from waves. So the white water stood out in a large blue ocean.
Right.
All 4 of us, because we were in F-18Fs, so we had pilots and Wizzo in the back seat, looked down a small, saw a white tic-tac object with a longitudinal axis pointing north-south and moving very abruptly over the water like a ping-pong ball.
And lastly, we have David Charles Grush, a former U.S. intelligence official. He categorically claimed that America has aircraft of non-human origin and that they need to be treated as a legitimate issue. Take a look.
Has the U.S. government become aware of actual evidence of extraterrestrial, otherwise unexplained forms of intelligence? And if so, when do you think this first occurred?
I like to use the term non-human. I don't like to denote origin. Keeps the aperture open, both scientifically.
Right.
Well played.
Certainly, like I've discussed publicly previously in 1930s.
Last week, White House NSC spokesman John Kirby stated that UAPs are having an impact on our training ranges and need to be treated as a legitimate issue. Do you concur with the statements? That's for each of you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, these guys are risking just being made fun of completely, publicly. Just keep this in mind, guys. They're risking their entire future, even associating themselves with these literal sensational claims, guys. I'm going to go ahead and say that I believe them, right? I mean, I believe exactly what they're saying. And the reason is because they are honestly risking their career, public mockery and shaming, guys, right? So, I mean, why would someone do this if it's not like something that they can concretely describe, and they seem to be describing it in ways that seems extremely plausible.
So there are not one, not two, but three credible people who claim that the US is hiding alien life.
That's the problem.
How do we view this? Are their claims even credible? Well, in the past, a UFO
I mean, you just said they were credible, and now you're probably kind of backtracking. I think they're credible. Apparently, initially, she thought that they were credible, and now, are they credible? That's weird.
How do we view this? Are their claims even credible? Well, in the past, a UFO expert in the US who would have made similar claims might have been discredited by many. But these men have credentials that are worth taking seriously.
Right.
Ryan Graves is a former F-18 pilot who was apparently deployed in Operation Enduring Freedom, the official name for America's war in Afghanistan and the larger war on terrorism. David Charles Grush is a combat veteran of Afghanistan. He was a member of the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, a program run by the Office of Naval Intelligence to investigate UFO sightings. And David Fravor is a graduate from the Top Gun Naval Flight School. He was one of the commanders of the F-18 squadron on board the USS Nimitz.
Okay, yeah, guys, they're completely credible. I'm just going to be honest. All right, let's go.
He first claimed to have spotted a UFO during a flight off the coast of Southern California way back in 2004. So all three men have impressive credentials. It's unlikely that they would make such claims for fame.
Right.
They say that their only aim is to provide an ontological shock and wake up space agencies and experts globally from their slumber. The question is, will their efforts bear fruit? We don't know.
Guys, I think that they are credible enough to get people to pay attention, but I'm not sure that it can go past this, right?
You see, America has conducted a total of 12 government-funded investigations on unidentified flying objects. Project Blue Book, Project Grudge, Project Serpo, Project Sign.
Bro, Blue Book is a bad example because they left half of that on the table.
Project Silverbug, to name a few. But all of these investigations have either been suspended or ended without any concrete answers.
Right.
Why just America? Scientists around the world...
This is not the first time I think I've encountered this woman speak about this here. It's a logical thing. Why is it that for some reason the United States of America, a place with some of the most active imaginations, why is it only happening there? Why isn't it happening in her country? Right? Or is it because the people there are just not predisposed to the ancient stories of aliens? Guys, could be.
The world have spent their entire lifetime searching for signs of other civilizations. Some have conceded that we've got the cosmos to ourselves. Some highly doubt that that's the case. None of them have said that aliens are visiting us in UFOs. Well, not yet. But then again, good science takes time, and the human desire for scientific advancement, exploration, is insatiable.
Right.
Here's hoping the testimony of these three gentlemen is able to trigger research and investigation that can finally give us some answers and some much-needed closure.
I agree. Fully.
Beyond world...
It's really good that they're talking about it, getting people to talk about it. But as long as we're moving towards figuring out a way for us to remain alive while traveling these long distances, if need be, to check out some of the planets, at least within our solar system, guys, that'll be amazing. Right? Any information or anything that we can do to kind of technologically get to the point where we can advance to a point where we can actually travel would be great. So if this is the spark that lights that fire, absolutely amazing, guys. But all right, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day and enjoy your day thoroughly.